Can you, without invoking the past administration, guarantee that prices won't rise because of these tariffs?
Prices move up, prices move down. That's the way the world works, right? The economy.
Yeah, but you're an economist. You forecast trends like this. So will consumers see prices rise?
My expectation is that prices will fluctuate.
I just love that so much. Everyday campaign Trump. Day one, faster than anyone's ever seen before. Prices will be slash down. And then he becomes president, and suddenly it's a backpedal or a truck backing up, as you heard in the back of that. Instantly backing off of the position. Yeah, beep, beep. I forget which sitcom is it that someone. George Costanza tries to make. Hold up. Beep, beep, beep. They're backing off of it as fast as they can. And that's not just some random weirdo. That's a specific weirdo. That's director of the National Economic Council, Kevin Hassett. Now, he eventually, once he's backed a mile away, he's like, no, I don't think tariffs will raise prices this time for the first time ever in the history of our planet. No, not at all. But the reason he's in the news, the reason you're going to hear more people in the Trump administration talking about this is, because it's going to raise prices, and some Republicans are coming out and saying that. So Mitch McConnell, he said Kentuckians can't afford the high cost of Trump's tariffs. He said that an estimate suggests that the tariffs could cost the average Kentuckian up to $1,200 each year, which is very different than prices being slashed and going down and being small. Wait, paying more than the thing that angered me so much that I voted for a felon to be president? What kind of bargain is that? And so they're putting their people out to try to distract from it. But others are, when you actually pin them down, not necessarily gonna lie. A House Republican admitted on CNN, I can't guarantee Trump tariffs won't raise prices. Well, of course you can't, because they're going to, because that's what they do. And you've been hearing all the stuff going around about Trump's new reciprocal tariffs. And I hate that the media is even using that term. It's like implying that it's something different than the other tariffs. It's just tariffs, that's all it is. He's doing it reciprocally because something another country did, but it's just a tariff he's putting on. All of the tariffs he was talking about earlier was because of something. That something might be a misunderstanding about what a trade imbalance actually represents or whatever, but that's all it was. And when he does these tariffs, they'll do tariffs. That's reciprocal as well. And by the way, it's not to say, again, I hate having to do these clarifications every time. It's not to say that there are no cases in which tariffs make sense. There are, and there's potential long-term benefits of tariffs. But he's not doing nuanced targeted tariffs. And he's also not telling people, this is gonna really suck for every consumer for 5 to 10 years before new factories get spooled up and we reinvigorate our industrial base or whatever. He could do that, he could be honest in that way. He's not doing that. He's lying and saying, no, you can have your tariffs and I'll eat you too. Prices won't go up and it won't ruin our businesses. They won't have fewer exports. It's just awesome. And that is such a goddamn lie, Brett. What do you think?
I mean, I can prove that tariffs raise prices. I can demonstrate it. So here is a mostly empty thing of Tums. I have eaten all of these Tums because of the heartburn of the last, 90 days. If these Tums are made in Thailand, they cost $10. If they're made in America, since we, are so awesome in the richest country in the world, they cost $15 because the tum-making people of America, need more money to survive and it costs more money. But in this pre-tariff world, I can still buy these for $10. Donald Trump shows up and is like, let's make them the same price with this $5 tariff. Now, there are two different origins of Tums, each of which costs $15. So now everything costs $15. It's a 50% increase. It's a $5 increase in the price of Tums. I can't get them cheaper. That is how tariffs raise prices.
Yeah.
I've said this a couple times on the show, but essentially, Donald Trump and the tariffs and the libs basically, neoliberal their way out of this advantage. He could say, because the Tums are so much cheaper in Thailand, this job that made enough money to put food on the table doesn't exist because they're all getting made in Thailand. So if I put this extra tariff on, now the company's like, what, do I still make it in Thailand and have no benefit? Or do I make it in America and I have the benefit of saying made in the USA, jobs in the USA? Well, I'm gonna move everything here.
Yeah.
But A, he knows that's not gonna happen. B, he knows that that takes a very long time and will upset his business community. And the giant cabal of the cabinet of Donald Trump is not gonna support that anyway.
Yeah.
He has, as a marketer, rather than do the impossible thing, which is be like, wait a while, it's gonna make sense. He has decided to add the word reciprocal to this framing that's like, yo, I'm raising the money that you'll have to pay by $5.
Yeah.
That's where we're at right now.
Yeah. Well, that was very relatable. I like it. There was a sort of like dollar store Robert Reichness to it that I liked. It wasn't animated, you did it live, and it was good. I like it, and it's accurate. The only thing I would add is that Thailand would then also probably do reciprocal tariffs. They would buy less of our products, which would probably cost jobs in US companies. And you're right, he could be like, you know, it's gonna cost more, but we're gonna make it, we're gonna have the jobs. But he's not saying that, which is also politically really dicey, because if you're gonna do it either way, at least if you're honest, then in a couple years when prices are up, people won't be like, you lied to me. Instead, there's gonna be that whiplash, and that could be politically costly in the upcoming midterms.
Right.
Now that said,
another thing is just China has so many advantages on us. Because China is just like, I'm gonna subsidize everything. Yeah. I'm making a ton of money everywhere because we have cheap labor and we are doing economic diplomacy for now and we're gonna cash in a while and own most of the world. But for now, we're doing economic diplomacy, building dams, building roads, building infrastructure for people, which we'll use and to expand our monetary empire. And we're so cooked that most of these folks are like pulling a Reagan. They're like, what can we do to just either make it seem like we're champions of the working class or just siphon fake dollars out of the economy through financialization, the removal of regulations to make it seem like the economy's fine for now.
Thanks for watching our video. Did you know that you can support our show by becoming a subscriber? Just click the subscribe button and also ring the bell so that you get notifications when we're live or when we post new content.